So today we're going to have a restorative sequence, and if you can grab any kind of blankets and cushions, that will be quite nice. So I've got 2 big cushions and 2 blankets as well. If you can grab those, because today's choice was a restorative yoga practice and we're going to do just that. Definitely the energy at the moment is coming back to this nurturing, relaxing part. So make sure you have enough little props to get you comfortable, and then we can start straight away. I hope you can all hear me. I can't see the comments, but let's not worry about technology anymore. Okay? So welcome to Yoga with Dora. Tonight's short and sweet class is honoring the International Women's Day, so honoring all the women, the tribe of women. And the choice that we went for is a restorative yoga. So today is all about nourishing ourselves, getting comfortable, and just sort of like surrendering and restoring. The postures, apart from the first posture, all the postures should be like really relaxing, and just it's almost like you're having a little nap already. Just make sure you're comfortable in them. Let's start already with our centering. Relax the shoulders, find a comfortable seated position, and if you wish to, you can already go down on your back into the constructive rest, bending the legs, feet flat on the floor. But if you're okay with the seated position, then close your eyes and arrive to your mat. Take a little bit of a scan of the body, of how you are feeling today. Notice if any part of your body is calling you out today. It's almost giving you a little signal. Hey, maybe you can spend a little time spending some breath, some energy on me tonight. So just allow this scanning of the body to happen. Noticing what you brought to the mat tonight. How you're feeling in the toes, ankles, the knees. What's the story in the hips tonight? Shoulders, neck, all of the spine. And just allow yourself to come into your centering position here, with finding stability in the lower part of the body, allowing the sit bones to relax down to the floor, and bringing your awareness to creating space in the spine with the intention of lifting the top of the head up towards the ceiling, while you still allow the sit bones to relax down towards the floor. Bring your awareness to the breath now, and just take nice, comfortable breath now. No need to control, just notice how the breath is flowing in the body today. Maybe you notice that on the exhalation, the body empties, the navel comes in towards the spine as you release, relax with the exhalation. And with the inhalation, you're expanding, you're filling up. You're coming to the cycle of receiving, warming. Just tune in to the rhythm of the breath for a few more cycles, fully enjoying that after each exhalation comes an inhalation. After each inhalation comes an exhalation. Allowing yourself to settle here. And then bring the hands to the heart, left palm coming to the center of the heart and the right palm coming over it. Just a gentle little pressure connecting with the heart center. and make an intention for today's class. So just plant the seed. Where do you want to guide that energy? Where do you want that energy to expand? And then bring the hands to the heart. We tune in with the Om mantra 3 times. The Om mantra is the sound of the universe. We're going to chant it 3 times. If you're familiar with it, then you're more than welcome to join in, or just let it vibrate through you if you wish to. Starting on the next exhalation. And relax the hands. Open up the eyes. We're going to start with the first energy centers. We're going to move through the 7 energy centers. So the first one is the base of the spine, is the most active one. So we're coming into a dangling pose. And with the dangling pose, we're coming into a forward fold. So bending the knees, just releasing, nice straight spine, releasing down, like coming towards the floor. But mindful that you're folding on the hips and you're nice and comfortable here. So if you feel that your hamstrings are ready, you can have the legs straight, or you can have the legs bent and just relaxing over the thighs. If you want, you can interlace the hands and the elbows and just let the head hang here. Or if you have a wall close by, you can even go to the wall with the sit bone and just get a little bit more stability, allowing yourself to soften here. We're going to stay here for 2 minutes. Make sure you're nice and comfortable. Allow yourself to surrender here. Mindful that the lower back is nice and lengthened. You're using gravity, the help of gravity to release here. Notice how your feet are connecting to the ground. Feel the energy moving up through the legs and connect to the base of the spine. The base of the spine is our first energy center, and the center responsible for us feeling grounded, feeling secure, feeling stable, actually feeling nourished. So when you come here, just make sure to feel that you're allowing yourself to relax with the help of gravity, allowing all the weight from the shoulders and the head to release. Bending the knees as much as you need to soften into the pose. And just allowing this connection to earth through the feet, but being active at the base of the spine, just relaxing here. Only 4 or 5 more breaths in here. Just allow yourself to really soften here. Connecting to this grounding, stabilizing,
nourishing energy at the base of the spine. And then relaxing the hands to the floor. We're going to open up the legs as wide as the mat. And we're going to come down into the squatting pose, Malasana. So first just bend the knees, and if this is too much for you for knees or hips, then just bring the hands up, roll the shoulders away from the ears and relax here, only 1 minute. Or if you're okay, then come down all the way. You can put the blankets or the pillows already underneath the heel and just relax in here. If your heels come down or not, it doesn't matter. Just make sure that you're lengthening the spine. You can bring the hands in front of you and surround with your head. So now we're starting to move into the second energy center, but it's a bridge between the first and the second. So connect to the base of the spine, like feel how gravity is pulling you down. But now bring your focus on the pelvis as well, as you open the pelvis and just relax in here. So the squatting pose is very good for connecting to the second energy center, which is located in the pelvis. And it's all about flow, creativity, our ability to enjoy life. So it's an energy center that we really want to be nourished and flowing and be balanced. And it's actually connected to the reproductive organs. So really it's connected to the number 2. The number 2 means the duality, the feminine energy. And that was a short minute. If you like this pose, you find 1 minute passes quickly. If you're not, then you find that it's a long one, so just start higher up. And then relax the hands behind you, stretch the legs out. Now this is when all our little helpers come in handy. So grabbing your pillows and blankets, whatever you have. If you have blocks and bricks, that's good as well. So if you have big pillows, they go behind you, or 2 blocks, and then 1 blanket, or you can have another blanket on top as well, and then 1 blanket can come so your head can be higher. We're going to bring the sit bones all the way, and let me see that I can see the timer afterwards as well. We're going to bring the sit bones all the way to the back of the pillows, and we're going to lean back, and we position ourselves that the head is elevated a little bit, nice and comfortable in the lower back. So you make sure that you feel comfortable, and the shoulder blades open up, so the shoulders roll off, and it's a really nice little push for the heart. The legs can be in the butterfly position when you bring the soles of the feet together. If you have more blankets or blocks, you can put blankets or blocks underneath the knees. But if that doesn't feel comfortable and you don't have little helpers, then you can just bring the legs and extend them out, okay? So or you can have the legs together but not so close. So just make yourself comfortable in this position. Allow yourself to settle there. Wiggle around. It may take a little while to get in here, but it's really worth it. Feel the soles of the feet connecting together. Soles of the feet are minor energy centers, so as we bring them together, we already sort of like create this circuit of energy. Feel the knees be comfortable and allow the hips to relax. The belly is softened and the heart is gently pushed in this opening position. The arms are rolling down. Head is supported. Head is a little bit higher than the rest of the body. And bring your awareness in the hip region, the whole of the pelvic region. And send your breath in this area. This is where the water element resides. This is where this flowing of the emotions happen. So allow yourself to breathe into it. Notice if this area, the hip region, the pelvic region, is an area where you hold a lot of tension. Make sure that this feels like a restorative pose. So put any support underneath the legs or even stretch them out. And just use the breath as a deep cleanser, that on the exhalation you melt into the pose, you breathe into the whole of the pelvic region. You create this beautiful energy circuit in this diamond shape in between the soles of the feet and the hips. And you just really surrender and allow your breath to move the water in this posture. Just really soften in here. This is definitely one pose, the reclined butterfly pose, that I could spend 5-10 minutes easily. So it may not be surprising that if you manage to get comfortable in it, that the 3-minute passes very quickly here. So slowly prepare that we're only gonna stay here for a few more deep breaths, and then we're going to come out of this position. So if you just want to come into this position with putting blankets underneath and blocks underneath the legs, it's a beautiful one to spend time with daily, even if you can. To come out of the postures, bring the hands underneath the thighs and just gently bring the legs together and start to turn to the right side. So we're going to come into a twist from here. And with this twist, we have the blankets underneath, but you can move, the blankets can be moved, or if you only have blankets, just try to stack them up so they're quite high, and you can just have the pillows. Actually, we're going to come with the legs parallel with each other in the 90-90 position. If you feel that it's difficult to stack the legs together, you can bring a blanket or a block in between the legs as well already. Yeah? So for this twist, we're going to have the hip all the way to our prop, and we're going to turn with the chest coming down towards the floor. So the legs are 90-90, knees are in line with each other, and we relax completely onto the blanket or pillow or whatever you have, and we turn the head the same direction as the legs. So make sure your chest is pointing towards the floor, and you turn your head and get really comfy here. We're going to stay here for 2 minutes. But actually, when we are in these restorative postures, we can be anywhere from 2 to 5 minutes in these postures. And just feel the chest coming towards the floor. And now we're connecting to the third energy center, which resides in the navel, connecting to the fire energy. So feel this gentle massage as you're lying on the block or blanket, and feel that you're pressing into that. The navel presses into that. And with the exhalation, just relax into it. The navel is where we connect to our self-power, our courage, all our self, anything to do with the self-esteem, discipline, self-power. So we would like this energy center to be free of any tension and strong. The fire burning beautifully. And when you're lying on the floor like this and you're just breathing, each inhalation you're pressing into the blanket And on the exhalation, you're relaxing. Twists are very good for activating the navel center, releasing tensions residing here, redistributing the fire. So just allow yourself to soften here. Nice and easy. And slowly we're going to prepare to come to the other side. With the help of the hand, push yourself up, turn towards the back of the mat, bring the legs 90-90 again, bring the hips all the way to the blanket. I need to set the timer as well. And then make yourself comfortable, turning the chest all the way towards the floor, releasing down. And when you feel comfortable, you can turn your head the same direction as the legs. Relax the shoulders. Make sure you feel the belly and your prop connecting. So when you inhale, you press the belly into your prop. And on the exhalation, you're relaxing. This is how you're activating through the marma point, the navel marma point, the point where this chakra is residing. Then we're massaging it with the breath. And just relaxing completely. The hips are aligned with the help of the blanket stacked on top of each other, and just softening in here. The feminine energy is the one which receives, nourishes, softens. The lunar energy, and in the nervous system, is the energy of rest and digest, the one where all the change happens, when we integrate, when we stop, and when the outside movement stops, the change, the movement on the inside happens. And then very slowly prepare to come out of the posture. Again, bring the hands to the side and then come up and come back towards the back of the mat. And we're moving in to the heart center. With this one, you can take your pillows a little bit away. And we're just going to use, there's a flower everywhere, beautiful flowers. We're going to use a blanket this time for our swings. And with this one, bring the blanket and roll it up as high as you would want to. You can really play with it. Where do you want to have the blanket? So we bring the blanket just underneath the breath, and the legs are nice and comfortable, so you can bring them together. They can be a little bit wider. And we come in the hand position with the elbows directly underneath the shoulders. And the blanket helps that we don't have to lift ourselves like really strongly, but we can just melt into here. You can have the head up, shoulders rolling away from the ears, or if you want, you can just relax the head down. We're staying in this position for 2 minutes, so just really find the position that feels right for you. Allow yourself to soften there and just enjoy the pose. Try to just lift a little bit in the heart center. So notice this in this position, we are transitioning from the navel center, which you can really connect to here again, because with each inhalation you feel that you're pressing into the belly, coming a little bit away from the floor, and on the exhalation surrendering. But we're moving up towards the heart center. That as you're lifting the heart center, the chest, the center of your chest, you're elevating. And the heart center is where love, compassion, self-love, unconditional love, any kind of love resides. And we really need to have the strong foundation at the base of the spine. The fluidity, the flow, creativity, joy in the pelvis, the strength, courage, self-power, our own personal power in the navel, to be able to come up to the heart, and from the stability of these lower energy centers to feel this love for ourselves, for our loved ones, and eventually expand it to every living being. So just allow yourself to feel this openness, this gentle lift in the heart. Whenever you open your heart, you find that you really feel elevated. And we slowly gonna come out of this posture with the help of the hand. Roll off your blanket, come up to a seated position, and we're going to come back to our pillows, or actually with this one, if you have blocks, yoga blocks, they are even better. We're going to come into a supported bridge pose, and from there we're going to go into the leg up the air. So I'm just going to show you before we go in, so you don't have to look around. We're going to come on our back, get nice and comfortable, free the shoulder blades, tuck the chin in. Chuck the chin in. Inhale, we tuck the tailbone under and lift the pelvis, and we put one blanket or one block underneath. Maybe you want to stop here, and then when we go up into the leg up the air, you just come up from here. If you're okay, it will be nice if you can go a little bit higher, so just lift the pelvis. If you're doing it with blankets, it's a little bit more challenging. Okay, I didn't realize it was gonna be this challenging. I normally do it with blocks, but I wanted to show you things that you may have in your household. So just make sure you get comfortable, maybe bring them a little bit higher up. If you're on a block, all you have to do is roll that block, and it's nice and comfortable like that. Okay, and then from here, just open up the heart, roll, palms facing upwards, chin tucked in. You may want to bring the cushions, if they are really soft, a little higher. And we're going to have 2 minutes here, and then if you feel comfortable, we can add the legs. Okay, so just allow yourself to settle here. Make sure that this position feels comfortable, really soften in here, and just allow yourself to settle here. Let the palms face upwards, chin tucked in. Relax in the chest, feel this gentle elevation of the hips. Bring the chin in. So with the supported bridge, we're moving into the throat center. Still feel this connection with the feet grounding down to the floor, connecting to the base of the spine, relaxation in the pelvis, softening the belly, gentle opening of the heart. And as you bring the chin in, you massage the throat, the thyroids, parathyroids. And this energy center, the throat energy center, we connect to our ability to communicate freely, openly, to have this optimism, this positivity in life. So this is one energy center where we can express ourselves freely, lovingly, coming from the heart, kindly, positively. Because the words we say become our truth. So making sure that this energy center is activated, balanced, and the beauty of the yoga postures is that you don't have to know that if it's under or overworking an energy center. When you come to the posture and you just connect to your breath and you just surrender to the pose, allowing yourself to settle your awareness on that energy center, it just rebalances itself. If you want to, you can move into the leg up the wall, so just lifting the legs up in the leg up the air. There's this version when you can go by the wall. If you know that, you can of course move into that if you like that posture. Allowing yourself to really just soften in here, and if this doesn't feel comfortable, or if you feel a little adjustment is needed, do so. Restorative poses are all about getting comfortable, being able to connect to the breath. And it's like almost like you're resting, and the position feels so comfortable that you can keep all your awareness on the breath. It's just inversions are so beneficial for the lymphatic drainage, for reversing the energy flow in the body, nourishing the heart and the head, for a beautiful supply of blood, oxygen. Just a beautiful pose. If you find yourself, if you do a lot of walking, that's all we can do, or if your work requires you to stand a lot or walk a lot, or even if you're seated, a couple of minutes, especially for us women, 2 to 5 minutes, spending like this with an gentle inversion when your legs and your hips are higher than your heart and your head, can just turn your way upside down, turn your world upside down in a good way. Change your perspective and just really nourish the heart and the hormones in the brain. Very slowly bring the leg down, and we're going to come out of the position. So if it was difficult to put the pillows underneath, just make sure you activate the core and squeeze a little bit, lift the hips and lift up, and maybe you take up one block and then come down, or you can bring them down straight away and just release to the floor. Just arrive down all the way. Such a nice position to come down. Bring the knees in, rock yourself side to side. We're going to come into the last posture before Shavasana, deep relaxation. So we are a little bit over. You're more than welcome just to stay here and switch off if you have to go, or you can join us for the next 2 postures. So with this one, we're going to turn to the side. We're going to come into a child's pose. Turn to the side, and you have the options. You can have again the pillows, blankets, everything. So I show with all the version. You can have the legs close together or the knees separated. If you find that it's difficult to go forward, you can have a blanket in between the sit bones and the heels. So you come like this. You can even have 2. And when you come forward,
You may find opening the leg or closing is more comfortable. You have the option of bringing the pillow, making a little tower with your knuckles, bringing the hands down with the forehead or all the way down, okay? So make sure that you're nice and comfortable in your child's pose. So you may find that the pillow just come here. And don't let your forehead hang. So make sure that you have something that supports you and you can have the area between the eyebrows massaged. And just relax here. Allow yourself to soften here. So we're moving into the third eye energy center, the area between the eyebrows. And this energy center is connected to having a clear vision. When we know what are we doing, we perceive the world through clear lenses, not through rose-colored lenses, not through some dark gray-colored lenses, but clear vision. And it's also connected to us have visioning like our goals, our dreams. And when we are in this position, child's pose, we are massaging, activating this energy center. So just really just relax in here. Feel as you folding within, you lengthen the spine and you soften into the pose. With each inhalation, you're pressing into the thighs, massaging the internal organs. And on the exhalation, you empty, you relax, you release a little further even. And then slowly start to transition out, walking the hands by the knees, coming up, getting ready for our final position, Shavasana. So with this one, you can have one pillow underneath the head. If you want, you can have a rolled up blanket underneath the knees. And this is really supportive. This is also very good if you have lower back sensitivity, so like underneath the knees. And for ladies especially, you can cover yourself fully with the blanket, but if you're not very much like a blankety girl, like if you have lots of fire in you, then sometimes I do recommend that you put like either a scarf or something, so just making sure that you cover your chest, so you have a little bit like of a heaviness here. Shimmy the shoulder blades out, relax the leg, palms facing upwards, close the eyes. I don't have the eye pillows, didn't prepare them, but if you do have the eye pillows, they're really nice with the heaviness. And just surrender here. Feel the point where the body is connected to the mat, and allow yourself to soften into those points. Feel the nourishment coming from Mother Earth. Mother Earth being the ultimate lady, supporting us, nourishing us, holding us. And just allow yourself to soften here. And give yourself permission just to connect to
all these feminine, beautiful energies, being receptive, being soft, being subtle, relaxing, flowing, allowing to just to be. Allow yourself just to surrender here. And slowly start to bring your awareness back into the physical body, creating a gentle ripple of movement in the fingers and the toes, ankles and the wrists, bending the knees, feet flat on the floor, and turning to the right side in the fetal position, just supporting yourself on the right hand, bringing the knees in line with the hips, just this transitional pose, the fetal position. And whenever you're ready, with the help of the hand and the elbow, maybe you can keep your eyes still closed, come up into a seated position, cross-legged, and just allow yourself to come back, bringing the hands to the heart, relaxing the shoulders. Take a moment to lengthen the spine again, the top of the head reaching up, the sit bone reaching down, and just take a moment to reflect, noticing the sensations in the legs, in the base of the spine, connecting to the hips, the pelvic region, feeling the power in the belly, the navel, and it helps you to lengthen and lift up in the spine. The openness of the heart, the connection of the palms together and the thumbs pressing into the heart center. The gentle tucking in of the chin, freedom in the throat. connecting to the area between the eyebrows. And finally, bringing your awareness to your top of the head. Shavasana, deep relaxation, was our posture for the seventh energy center, the one where we connect with the universe. And that is the pose when we just surrender completely. And we let the physical body, the mind, the breath merge with all. Bow the head to the heart. A big thank you to yourself to practice today, and thank you from me. Rub the palms together, create heat between the palms. Cover the eyes with the palms. And then open up the eyes, blink into the darkness. And then separate the finger and give yourself a lovely massage. The hairline is a point where we women connect with our intuition, our arc line. So the hairline is a beautiful spot to open, front and in the back, neck maybe behind the ears. Notice if your hand is guided anywhere. And then bring the hands together. Thank you. Namaste.